Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do something that I've never done before, or at least I don't think I've done before, which is a book review, or book reviews, because I'm reviewing two books in the same series. I came upon this series called the Lights Out series by Simone Soltani. It is an F1 romance. And I smile at that because I am just getting into motor racing, specifically the F1 series. I've been looking for romances, romantic comedy type books with black female leads, and both of them have these, or have those. So yeah, I'll start with Cross the Line by Simone Soltani, which is the first book in the series. I loved it. I thought the banter was really cute. It's one of those girl falls in love with brother's best friend type tropes. And I guess not fall in love with, because they've kind of had a thing before. Like, it was something very small. But anyways, but yeah, it is this woman who just got out of college. She is a sports marketing, she just got a sports marketing degree. She is having a hard time finding a job. And her brother is like, hey, let's go to Monaco, because her brother is like, works for this company that sponsors one of the F1 teams. And they were like, let's go to the Grand Prix and, you know, get your mind off things. And hey, maybe you'll be able to network, which she does. Her brother's best friend, Dave Anderson, who is an F1 driver, who's experiencing some really tough luck socially, because his social media manager had just quit, and her parting present, she had I came up with this terrible rumor, and it spread, and it just made him look so bad. And so during this event, they get to talking. They kind of shake off this awkwardness because something had happened in the past that I don't want to say because I don't want to give too much away. He's like, wait, like, you are good at what you do. Why not become my social media manager? And that's exactly what happens. So for the next few months, the rest of the season, they decide to work with each other to kind of rebuild his reputation, and they end up falling in love in the process, or not falling in love, but they end up, they decide that why push these feelings away, and they get together. This is about a 400-page book, which I think is perfect for the average reader, or even someone who's not a big reader, but like wants to get into like books, especially romantic books. I thought that I'd give this book like a 4 out of 10. I love the pacing. I love the characters. I thought Dave was a little kind of he's an athlete. And I think I might not feel so harshly about him if I hadn't read the second book in the series, which makes the F1 driver in that book, he's just a sweetheart, and I can't wait to talk about it. But I'll close it on this one. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Great pacing, good plot, great character development, and there's a little spice in there. So for those people that are like, oh, that's a little too much for me, there's only a few parts towards the end, so it's easy to kind of skip through. But for people who like that, this is great for you. But yeah, so this is Cross the Line by Simone Soltani, and then I don't have a physical copy of Ride With Me, but Ride With Me is a little different. It's that marriage of convenience type book, which I'm not a big fan of, but I decided to give it a try, and I was in love with it, if I'm being honest. It's about these two people, Stella, who is like this world-renowned like chef or baker, or she owns this bakery, and this F1 driver, Thomas, who is like good, but he had made some statements about a driver who also came upon some really, really bad luck, and now everyone kind of hates him. But they meet at a combo bachelor and bachelorette party, and they accidentally get married. But instead of breaking it off or going and annulling the marriage, they decide that we should probably stick together, or like, let's like write this out a little bit. I forgot to mention that Stella, the black female main character, successful black female main character in this book, she was left at the altar. That's an important part of this book, and her actions throughout this book is kind of annoying, but like, it makes sense because of that little detail. But yeah, they decide to like keep it going. They, I think, tell one or two people the truth, but otherwise they're just like, yeah, let's stick this out. We met and like he helped me through this, and we decided that we hit it off so well that we got married. And so like it kind of goes through them faking this funk of that's marriage, and trying to resist each other. It doesn't go well for either one of them, but Stella she's very headstrong, and in my opinion a little too headstrong and a little too pessimistic, which again, I understand. If I was left at the altar, I too would be a little about men. But Thomas is like a sweetheart. He is like the dream book boyfriend or book husband, I guess. He's an F1 driver, and he is British, and he's 6'1" and super like chivalrous, and like, I don't know how to explain it, but he's a great guy. Anyways, Stella deserves a man like him, but she is just so stuck on her ex-fiance and the trauma that he put her through. So she is very hesitant to let him in. Around like 75% into the book, she finally like kind of cracks that shell. But like I think it should have happened a little earlier for me personally, because it like her hesitancy and her like resistance to like admitting that she likes this guy was kind of made the book a little like harder to get through, especially after a certain turning point, which they like are intimate, and she's still like, yeah, that was just a one-time thing, and we can't do this again, and like she has this whole contract. It's annoying. It is what it is. But anyways, similar to Cross the Line, it's around 400 pages. The plot line it's good. Again, it's Marriage and Convenience. It's one of those kind of books. The pacing is okay. I thought the beginning was a little slow. We were kind of stuck in the bachelorette party, or hen party, or hen, and I forgot what the other name for it is for the Brits. But that went on for like 4 or 5 chapters, which I wasn't too big of a fan of, but I'm not gonna hold it against the rest of the book. I thought the book was great overall, or good overall. I would probably get it like a 3.5. I think I gave it a 3.5 on Storygraph because again, Stella, that girl was just too much in her head, and I'm like, girl, like this man is obsessed with you, and I mean obsessed with her, like getting her bonnets and silk pillowcases while they're in London, and like stocking the kitchen with like, all the things that she needs to bake. He's perfect. He's perfect. But yeah, if I could like change things up, I'd like switch the characters, the female main characters in the books. I think Stella and a Dave Anderson would have been perfect. And then I think a Willow Williams, who is, I just realized I don't think I said her name, but Willow is the female main character in Cross the Line. Her and Thomas, I think, would have been perfect for each other. There is a disability representation as well as a woman of color, so I thought that was fantastic, and it was written so well. And yeah, it's so good. I think I just kind of rambled, and if you stayed this long, I thank you. I haven't done a book review ever, It's, like, they kind of remind me of book reports that we did in school, which were always so uncomfortable because I'm just like, well, what do I say, what do I not say? I don't know. If you are into like marriage of convenience romances or my brother's best friend type tropes, or just want a book with a Black female lead, I would absolutely suggest both Cross the Line and Ride With Me by Simone Soltani. And another thing I should have mentioned is that Dave Anderson in Cross the Line is also biracial. If I had to rank the two, I think I would still put Ride With Me over Cross the Line, only because Thomas is just, he is a dream. I don't know. Thank you for watching.